If hard work was supposed to protect you, it's already failed. You showed up early, you stayed late, you did what you were told would matter, and somehow you're still falling behind. You didn't slack, you didn't cut corners, you didn't wait for luck. You worked harder, and the gap still widened. Not because you stopped trying, because hard work stopped being the deal. Here's the part nobody wants to say. Hard work used to be rewarded because systems moved slowly. They don't anymore, and effort doesn't compound when the rules change mid-stride. Working harder doesn't save you now. It locks you in longer. The more you give, the harder it becomes to step away. And by the time you realize that, you're already committed to a deal that stopped paying out. Here's what actually happened. Hard work only works when time is on your side, when effort today turns into leverage tomorrow. But that's not how things move anymore. Systems sped up. Prices move faster than pay. Costs move faster than promotions. Expectations move faster than security, so the reward for effort got delayed and then quietly disappeared. Hard work didn't stop being valuable. It stopped being yours. The more effort you put in, the more you're relied on to hold things together without being protected. That's extraction. Hard work keeps you busy. Busy keeps you compliant. Compliant keeps you predictable. And predictable people are easy to plan around and easy to replace. That's why working harder doesn't get you ahead anymore. It just keeps you inside the system longer. And here's why it stays that way. The system doesn't need people who stop. It needs people who keep going without asking for more. Hard work creates stability, just not for the person doing it. The hardest workers solve problems quietly, absorb extra load, fill gaps without demanding change. They make volatility manageable for everyone above them. That's valuable. So the system doesn't punish hard work. It depends on it. As long as effort keeps things running, there's no urgency to fix what's broken. Change only happens when friction becomes unavoidable. Hard work reduces friction, which means the people who work the hardest are the last ones anyone rushes to protect. That's why this doesn't collapse, because it's being held together by people who still believe that if they just do more, it will eventually pay off. That belief is the glue. And now there's a problem this system can't absorb. Speed, not a cycle, not a correction. Speed that doesn't wait for people to catch up. AI doesn't replace workers the way people imagine. It removes the need for effort to stabilize anything. The work that used to hold things together doesn't disappear. It stops being necessary. Hard work used to smooth volatility. AI does the opposite. It takes the pressure off the system by taking people out of the loop, quietly, incrementally, without announcements. The glue was effort. People staying late, people covering gaps, people absorbing risk. AI doesn't need that, so the system no longer needs the thing that was keeping it from breaking. This is the part people don't want to accept, not because it's unclear, because it's finished. The deal that said, work hard and you'll be okay, is over. Not changing, not coming back. It isn't returning with a new cycle. It isn't returning with better tools. It isn't returning with more effort. It belonged to a slower world. That world no longer exists. This isn't because you failed. You followed the rules. You stayed in your lane. You did what was expected. The rules moved. You didn't. You didn't choose wrong. You chose under conditions that changed without notice. And when stability stopped being profitable, you were the cost they removed. Careers didn't fail you. The world they were designed for disappeared.
We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.